Hello, I'm Marion Hubbard with Emergent Insurance Solutions, and I'm here today with Mrs. Lorena Iglesias, and she is the CEO of InfoVine, and they are one of our legacy clients at Emergent Insurance Solutions. I'm very excited to meet with her today. Lorena, why don't we start with you telling us a little bit about InfoVine?
Sure. Well, thank you, Marion, for having me. I feel very grateful and honored that you thought of us. So InfoVine was founded in 1999 by Frank Hood and Richard Gobert, and it started as nonprofit services. And the reason that they focused and their mission was to help and support nonprofit organizations so that they can educate them and guide them in the right direction. And here we are.
Here we are today.
Yep.
So speaking of, nonprofit projects, what has been, I know you all are very involved in the community, what has been one of your most favorite or memorable projects that you personally have been a part of and worked on?
Favorite, it's really hard to.
And you can name a few, because I know that there's a lot.
I wouldn't necessarily say a favorite because every customer of ours is so creative and everyone is unique and we customize.
That's awesome.
So it's hard to just say this one's my favorite because they're all great. So when it comes to favorite, they're all favorites.
Awesome. What is if you've worked on any projects that maybe have impacted you in a certain way? Maybe you then got more involved with that nonprofit organization. Have there been any of those types of projects that you've worked on that maybe just really resonated with you, with your heart, and what makes you most passionate about things in the community?
I'd say for me personally, or with nonprofit organizations, I think with the youth.
That's awesome.
Because I have kids myself too. It's great to see that there are people out there that still care and want to help the youth, the younger kids, so that they can empower them and guide them in the right direction.
I know it's so cheesy when people say the youth are our tomorrow, but they really are.
Yes.
So I think that is so important. Okay, so how did you begin your career at InfoVine and in the industry, and how did you work your way up to the position of CEO?
So I started as an account manager with InfoVine. My passion is to work closely with the customers and with the team. So that is a big importance for me, and it's a passion. I worked alongside with Frank Hood, and he was my mentor, and he was able to guide me and give me advice and suggestions. And during that time, he mentioned him wanting to step down and retire, and he had so much faith and trust that I could take on and fill in the footprints, and I became CEO.
Here you are today.
Yep.
What is it like being a female CEO in such a male-dominated industry?
That's a really great question. So being in the industry as a CEO, I see a lot of women who are not acknowledged for the talent that they have. And being able to be in this role and have the opportunity to empower women, to allow them to share your opinions, share your thoughts, and be a part of the team, because when it comes down to it, everyone's opinions and suggestions matter, and that's how the company is going to grow.
I wholeheartedly agree. So with you being in this position, I'm sure you've ran into obstacles throughout your career. Have there been any noteworthy obstacles or any real, true hurdles that you've had to overcome to achieve this position?
At the moment, a noteworthy obstacle that I see is making sure that, again, the support and the empowerment and the motivation is there. You know, coming from COVID with what happened and how it affected a lot of companies, a lot of industries, and it affected a lot of families, the customers, our employees, our team. It's my duty to make sure that we don't focus so much on the past of what happened, because we can't fix that,
Right.
but we focus on the future and try to reconstruct, restructure, and make it grow, you know, in a positive way.
Absolutely. How do you use your leadership platform to diversify InfoVine?
Optimism, making sure that that is passed on and that is shown. Having, again, the opportunity and the ability to speak with everyone, with the team, and let them know that, you know, I'm here to support you. I'm here for you and whatever I can to help not only us as a team, but our customers too. And just being out there and, you know, just pushing positivity, always being positive, and no matter what happens, challenges are going to come, but we will overcome them as well.
I think that's so important. Positive work environment can make all the difference
Yes.
in not only the workplace, the employees, but team morale. So I agree. Who inspires you to be a leader?
I'm influenced by a lot of people around me. Throughout my life, I've met people that are amazing, very positive, great leaders, including people here in InfoVine. I mean, I'm surrounded by great, positive leaders. And for example, starting with my family, my parents, they've always been there for me. They've always been very supportive. They've always told me, you know, always be yourself, and what you're passionate about, do it, because no one else is going to do it for you.
Right.
My sister, she is such a beautiful, strong woman. She inspires me because she also never gives up. She keeps going no matter what, and I can count on her for advice. My husband, who has always been there for me, he truly believes in me, and he challenges me.
That's so important.
Yes,
so
it
important.
is. And it's needed. It's
Right.
needed. And no matter how bad things can get or how good they are, he always, you know, is very straightforward. And I really appreciate that. And no excuses. He always tells me no excuses, no matter what.
Right.
And my kids, they inspire me so much, because I know that they look at their parents and they're observing. And so by knowing that, it's like you want to do the best. You want to make sure that you're leading by example. And friends and colleagues that I have met throughout my life, I mean, they each have so much in each person that it's embedded in me. It stayed with me for many years. And last but not least, I would say myself.
Good.
I say myself because I challenge myself too.
Good.
And I'm proud of what I've done up to now, and I know I'm going to do more. And I just hope that I'm able to do the same for somebody else.
Absolutely. Lorena, I just want to thank you for, you know, taking the time to chat with me today so we can learn more about InfoVine, but more importantly you. I think you are so inspiring, so empowering for being a woman in business, and, you know, being in an industry and field that is so male dominated. I'm inspired by you. I've loved getting to know you and learn from you, and I see your passion and I feed off of that, and I think that is so amazing to get that from you. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
That
you.
means a lot.
Of course. So thank you so much.